So I recently bought this mower. I've been wanting to do a mud mower project for a very, very long time. I had this guy in mind. So my dad, he had this mower when he first moved out to the property. And then he bought another mower. And then he bought another mower. So I was like, hey, since we got 3 mowers, can I take the oldest one, turn it into a mud mower? He was like, sure. And I've watched plenty of videos online before, just entertaining myself and whatnot on how people build them. And I realized this thing has a hydrostatic. And as you know, hydrostatics are terrible when it comes to mud mowers. You can't make them go fast. Maybe max 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers an hour. So I bought this thing. I was actually originally looking for a transaxle for that thing. And people were offering me like $200, and I had to drive like 4 hours for like a 5-speed or a 6-speed transaxle. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing all that. And eventually, this guy messaged me for this thing. And I was like, well, shoot. This thing's pretty cool. It's been done up a little bit. Originally, this mower was a Craftsman LT 4000. I believe it was a first generation. This thing had a light bar put into it. They had, I believe, the split in the center. I think he cut it all out. I'm not totally sure. Yeah. So he said $400 over the phone. I just waited. I told him, give me a couple weeks so I can make up some money and I'll come by and see it. And then I guess I went and saw it. He kind of ran me through everything he did and whatnot. And he started it up for me. Sounded so mean. So I offered him $300. He counter offered me at $350. I said $320 and we shook hands. So I ended up loading up in the back of my truck and brought it home for $320. It came with all these extra parts, and there's even some grease inside he gave me. I got a front end to a old Chinese quad, flywheels, engine parts, old pistons that are broken. There's like a clutch. Yeah, here's one of the pistons that he had in one of the motors. This thing's had about 3 motors now. And yeah, he bought this rack and pinion setup off of Amazon. And then, yeah. So right now, the thing runs. It drives. Only issue is that one of the tensioner pulleys was plastic and the top half shattered. So it's just chewing through belts right now. So he ended up finding another one. He believes that this should work. But the only issue is he's ran these in the past and they like to blow up right where that crease is. There's only 2 taps or whatever you want to call them. Going through them, holding them together. So he ended up drilling 6 more holes and he was going to throw self-tappers in them to hopefully hold it back together more. And yeah, there's like wiring harnesses. There's the original carburetor. This thing was originally only a single carb. Actually, this is almost exactly what the pulley looked like. It was a solid pulley, but the top half just shattered. And it's very sharp and it's ruining the thing right now. Here's like an emergency box. There's spark plugs, fuel pumps, belts, you name it, it's in there. But yeah, I just kind of want to, my damn phone was at 10%. I don't know how much it cut out. I'm going to start it here and I want you guys to hear it. I have the battery hooked up. It is dead. I had it charging overnight, try to start it. I don't know why. I think this battery is just a really old crap battery and it does not like to start this thing because it is a dual cylinder 18 horse Briggs & Stratton with dual carburetors. It's not easy to turn over for this thing. But yeah, I'm going to try to get her started. Probably have to cut this video. I don't know how well it's going to stand up. You know what? That's good enough. Don't mind my wet butt. I accidentally sat on a camper chair and it's snowing up here. Yeah, choke setup is not very ideal, but but she does run. I got to do some tuning on it, I think. I don't know. Sounds kind of funny, but kind of mean at the same time. The gas is, well, pretty cool. Yeah, it's very loud. That's the first time I actually had it up to rev limiter like that. Should probably take the battery cables right off the exhaust. Yeah, so I'm gonna be making a series on this, I think. You know, cleaning her up, fixing her up, and making her what I want her to be. Probably make some videos over the winter, because winter's starting to come. It's actually very nice out today, but you know what? Can't complain. I was able to get at her. I bought her like probably 4 days ago now. I had her in my truck for a night, and then I dropped her down the next day. She is quite light, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know if I said this in the video or whatnot. I got these guys. They're hubs from the old Chinese motor or Chinese quad that I'm going to try to fab onto this so I can have bigger tires on the front, because you know, like, these are cool and all, you know, kind of home style bead locks. They're more just bead protectors, but I just always thought that these guys on a mower would look pretty sweet. It'd look more proper. I mean, it would lift that front end so much. So I'd have to figure out something for a lift kit on the back, throwing blocks on it or something. The guy was originally going to try to throw a tree guard right here. That's what that piece of metal's sticking out for. He was doing this on this side. But as you can see, it's very weak, mainly because the fender needs to be bolted on. He took it off when he was doing something to it, and hasn't put it on yet. So that needs to be bolted back on to give the fender some strength. But yeah, overall, this thing's pretty crazy, man. I'm excited. I'm very excited.